Welcome to a deep dive into one of nature's strangest puzzles, the mystery of the wombat's cubic poop. Prepare to have your mind, and maybe your understanding of geometry, slightly bent by the Australian wombat. Picture yourself wandering through the Australian bush at twilight. You look down and see something utterly bizarre, perfectly formed, earthy brown cubes sitting on a rock. This is one of nature's most peculiar architectural feats, the wombat's square poop. They look like little organic dice, almost too geometric to be real. For a long time, this was just a quirky tale, but in 2018, a team of researchers decided to crack the physics behind it. What began as a simple "did you know" fact for hikers soon became a serious scientific problem. How does a round exit produce a sharp, square result? The investigation was led by Patricia Yang, a mechanical engineer famous for studying animal hydrodynamics. She was determined to find the answer. This wasn't just curiosity. Understanding how a soft tube creates sharp edges has huge implications for manufacturing and soft robotics. So how do they do it? The secret isn't in the exit hole, it's deep inside the plumbing, the wombat's intestines. First, wombats have an incredibly slow metabolism. It takes up to 14 days for a meal to pass, absorbing every drop of water and leaving the waste extremely dry and rigid. Next is the eureka moment. Unlike most animals, the wombat's final intestinal section has two stiff zones and two flexible zones. As the intestine contracts, the stiff parts hold firm, while the flexible parts stretch. This rhythmic pulsing effectively molds the rigid waste into flat faces and sharp corners, acting as a biological die press. In the animal kingdom, evolution rarely does things just for the look of it. There must be an advantage to being square. For wombats, which have poor eyesight but a great sense of smell, their droppings are a billboard, marking territory for other wombats. This is my rock and I live here. Wombats place their scent markers on elevated surfaces like rocks and logs, so the smell carries in the wind. If their poop were round, it would simply roll away. The cubes stay exactly where they are put. Comparing the wombat's high stackability, low-water cubic poop to the cylindrical or pelleted waste of most other mammals shows a clear evolutionary difference for territory marking. You might think this is just a fun animal fact, but this discovery has huge implications for human engineering. Currently, we know two ways to make a cube: mold it or cut it. The wombat showed us a third way, using a soft, elastic tissue to create geometric angles. Engineers are now studying the wombat method to design new ways of manufacturing structures in environments like space or even inside the human body, using soft materials. The wombat's cube poop is a perfect example of nature inspiring innovative solutions to complex problems. And here's a fun fact. A single wombat can produce between 80 to 100 of these little bricks in a single night. That's a lot of natural masonry. Thanks for joining us on this strange but fascinating journey into nature's ingenuity. Next time you see a cube, think of the humble wombat.